Hi, Scott Lackman, 4510 TV. Today's program, viewers, I wanted to revisit with our good friend Superintendent Michael Brady, the District Officer for Moreton Region. Good morning, Mick.
Good morning, Scott, and thanks for having me back on your program.
Lovely, always. What I wanted to bring to the viewers, a few topics that have been at the forefront of media, and also just a catch up of how the Moreton Bay region is trending with crime or prevention of crime. We've talked off camera about a few things, so let's roll straight into the interview. Next week, it's the annual QPS statistical review, where all the statistics come out about crime across the state. Can you give us a snapshot of where that's at, Mick?
Yeah, look, sure. It comes out on Wednesday. It'll be released there. But it's certainly been a challenging year that we've had this year for the Moreton district. And look, the statistical review is going to show that we've had a slight increase in crime. There are a few areas that have come up which have been challenging. Having said that, it is a two-edged sword because all of a sudden it's the proactive activities that we have, and we've been targeting our drug offenders. There's no two ways about that, and I don't apologise for that either, by the way. I think that drugs are a scourge of the earth, and by us increasing our drug arrests by around about 16% was certainly a catalyst with regards to our increase in crime. And of course the other one that's pushed that up a little bit is our historical sexual offences. So we've had a number of people who have come in, and look, I think that's a good thing. It's also shown them that they have an avenue to address those injuries of the past. And we've also got our personnel who deal with those people quite well. So although it's going up, it's not going up with those street offences that really cause people angst.
Excellent. And you touch on there's, obviously proactiveness against the drug control, but in general crime, it's a bit of a double-edged sword that you might be reducing on, say, home invasions or home break-ins, but then maybe there's some other trouble at the retail shops or something, so it counterbalances.
Look, you're exactly right. We always try and concentrate on where are people getting hurt the most. And we wanted to concentrate on people's homes, and we did that, and we did it very successfully. I think we're around about 7% down, but then at the same token, all of a sudden those that own shops, the break-ins went up there around about the same level. So it's one of those things of getting a balance, and hopefully we'll get that right in the year to come.
Mick, can we talk about your staffing levels? A recent announcement that you're adding more to the team. How's that going?
Fantastically. As you know, we only, the last allocations, we got 8 general duties for Redcliffe, and we've just been advised we're getting another 14 staff that are coming. That'll be distributed. There's 2 going to Deception Bay, 2 going to Burpengary, 3 to Caboolture. But what we're doing is increasing our tactical crime squad. It's getting another 7, so that'll take that from 14 to 21. And of course, that's the group of guys that we've got that can target our areas where there are some concerns. So for example, on a Friday night, they'll go around the train stations to make sure they're okay. They'll be patrolling our liquor outlets, and they'll be patrolling the CBD. So it gives us the advantage that we can actually put in a whole team of officers just to make sure if you want to go out for the night, feel free to do so.
Yep. Keep the hot spots cool.
Look, you're exactly right, and it's getting on top of that in the early stage makes it good for the evening then, and there doesn't seem to be too much trouble at all, and if there is, we're on top of it very, very quickly.
Yeah, excellent. I'm sure a lot of families in the community would like to hear that because we are pretty blessed, I think, Mick, if I can say that word. There's a lot of community events that we host in the wider Moreton Bay region, and it's always great to think that a family with kiddies, they can go along, attend an event, and there's not any of that trouble, and it is a community fun-filled event.
Look, that's what we've focused on, and you're exactly right. Our partnerships with the community is second to none, and so can I give the community a rap for that one, because any time that there is some either issues or people can see some issues, they work through their neighbourhood watches or through their local police there, and of course then we get a targeted strategy so as we can have a response there. But one thing I have seen is people can go out and enjoy their weekend, and look, it's generally speaking trouble-free, and that's our aim.
Excellent. Let's talk about a subject it's been media saturation. I've made that comment recently. Domestic violence, and within our Moreton region, we do have a high statistic of domestic violence. We've heard from the police commissioner in other media, but from yourself on our local level, I know the police are positioned to handle and to respond to these acts of violence. But what would you say as a message to the community of how we can help as well?
Oh, look, you're exactly right. It's a challenge for us. But can I say that we're very, very fortunate here, particularly in Caboolture. We have a dedicated team of people that look after domestic violence, and we have an integrated response. So all of our government, non-government organisations that deal in this space have come together. What we do have is a project called Prado, which is a dedicated officer where we actually can case manage our people with domestic violence. That's been working really well. But its success, in all honesty, is going to depend on the community joining part of this, because you know what, we can't do it on our own. We need them to be part of it. We need them to be aware that there is help available. We are only too willing to get in there and help them. And of course, with our court orders, we make sure that they're tailored so as it actually directly relates to what their issues are, and then we'll follow that up if there's any issues there. But the message is, you need to be part of this. Give us a hand. If there is an issue, come up and see us.
Yeah, excellent. Mick Brady, Superintendent for the Moreton Region and District Officer. You do a great job, Mick. You now lead a team of some 400 plus personnel, which I think is massive for our growing area. Is there any final comments you'd like to say to our viewers, maybe in the next 3 months leading up to Christmas?
Look, exactly right. Leading up to Christmas, busy time on the roads. At the moment, we're very successful in reducing our number of injury crashes, and once again, thanks to the community, they're getting that message through. So my message over that Christmas break and leading up to it, please drive safely. We want everyone to arrive there on side, and we certainly do not need any more deaths in this area.
All right, lovely. Always a pleasure to catch up, Mick Brady, and thanks for your time.
Thanks, Scott.
Okay.